So we're in the workshop, it's off season, we've got lots to do. Made it through the end of the year, engine's still good, but we struggled all year with the supercharger, not working very well. We should have had a new one at the beginning of this year, but it didn't turn up, and we waited and waited and waited. Anyway, we ended up having to go to another manufacturer, and we've managed to get one. But now we've got a couple of other problems to deal with when changing over, because it's a different design. So Whipple is a bit shorter than the old little field that was on there, and then once we've started to put things together, we've put our old drive snout off the other blower on it, which has the design that we done for holding the belt tight and the overrunning pulley. But as you'd imagine, the chances of it being a perfect alignment on the crankshaft pulley is pretty impossible, but it's close. We're not far out, so about ½ inch. But we need to move the blower back, so probably going to look at repositioning these main studs in the manifold and just push the blower back. So we've got room to come back. Hopefully, just come back at ½ inch, and that should line things up there. It's a bit taller than the little field, so there'll be a few other things to do. So the old one's over here, which as you can see is quite a bit longer actually, the little field. So I'm just going to pull all the carbs off that and just clean everything up, make sure we're not suffering with any corrosion over the winter with things being sat around. Yeah, make sure that's all good. What else are we doing to it? Yeah, we're going to connect up a load of the sensors that we started to do last year. So various sensors sort of located around the engine, going to put into the little data logger that we've installed down there, and then that comes up on the dash in the front of the boat, and an alarm system, so we can set that so that we get a bit of a warning if we're getting something coming up critical, and then Tom can check it on the mechanical gauges rather than him having to try and eyeball the gauges all the time. You're probably going to miss that moment when something goes wrong, and your alarm will be the engine knocking instead of an oil pressure warning. But we'll try and get that done over the winter as well, and we've got a few more things we're going to do to it. What else we've got going on? So in the other workshop, we've been trying to finish off, so the boat's in here, it's tucked away, trying to keep it warm and snug. So we've been trying to put together, this year engine's been going on for a couple of years at least now. Once we could have, get the right bits and pieces, we've been putting it together. So this is obviously the Merc 2.5, but V6, but it's a 280 block running 260 electrics, and then loads of hotted up bits on it. So we're almost there now. We were waiting for a few other parts, so I reckon this will be ready to run. I don't know, maybe in the next month. It'd be interesting, and we'll get it on the dyno, just sort of get it right, and then get it on the Phantom, and see how fast we can get that to go. So that'll be interesting. It's yeah, it's quite exciting. So yeah, I've been getting on with that, and also I've got other stuff going on here. So been doing a lot of quads this year, builds for a customer, Zach. So they won the British Championship this year, and this is a bike that we're putting together for him. Looks a bit of a mess at the moment, there's bits everywhere. So it's a reverse Yamaha engine in there. So that's going to go together for him for the sand racing actually. So that'll be a new bike for him. So see how we get on with that, and I'll let you know how we get on later today.